All right, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Firebox Breaks. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another episode of Mashup Monday. And for this one we have, as expected, 6 packs, and we are going to open up quite the variety there. Of course, we're going to try for a retro Young Gun in the last pack there. Hopefully we can get something from that. And as we proceed, let's just showcase what those packs are. So we have this one right here, 2008 Hot Prospects. We've got the Series 2 2016-17 on the chase for a Canvas Young Guns of Austin Matthews, maybe a Mitch Marner. And of course these come to us by way of the blister packs, 2017 National Hockey Card Day pack, plus the 21-22 MVP and the 21-22 Upper Deck Series 2 from a blister pack as well. This one could very well contain a Steven Stamkos Young Guns or a rookie card, sorry. And this one here, the 2023-2024 Upper Deck Extended, because we have not obtained any cards, namely of Connor Bedard. So here we are, we're going to try that. But before we get there, we're going to try this one right here, the MVP from the blister pack from your local Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada. Here we are. Let's begin this one here. Alex Killorn. We have a Josh Bailey right there, followed up with a Rasmus Dahlin. Connor Garland. We've got a Rasmus Anderson. We've got a Grigory Denisenko right there. MVP Ice Battles. Maybe that will be a showcase card, and that is pretty much it. So nothing fairly exciting for that, but the Ice Battles being the only card from that particular set or that pack. No fireworks, but here we are. Perhaps we could find one of the autographs in there or the black short printed rookie cards, but it does not look like that right there. So we will continue. All right, that one kind of looks a little different, but here we are. Collect signed memorabilia from Upper Deck, of course, and there we are. This is the checklist there. Of course, that being before they made it a lot larger to 31 cards, featuring both Canadian and American teams. Here we are. We've got a Pride of Canada right there, Steven Stamkos. We have a This one is Sergachev. We have a Hockey Heroes, Bobby Orr. We got a Connor McDavid, Pride of Canada right there. And we've got, as mentioned, we're on a chase for a Mitch Marner. So we got Canadian rookies there, pretty cool. Marner and McDavid, why not? Perhaps we could add those two to the pending recap. So that's what we ended up pulling there from that Canadian National Hockey Card Day pack. And we'll put that in the order right there, sort of the recap, getting sort of lined up as we proceed. Here we are. Hot Prospects. Can we get a pretty cool card here? We will soon see, of course. Here we are. We start off with the Oilers, that one being Joni Pitkinen, coming over from Philadelphia at the time. In a trade with Philadelphia, we've got a Kiprasov, so Kipper was pretty solid in those pipes for Calgary. We've got a Ole Jokinen there. At one point a shootout specialist, and we've got a Dougie Weight, so legend in the Oilers Silks, but we did not obtain any of the rookie cards that we were chasing, but we did get a pretty cool Doug Weight there, and of course some Oilers content nonetheless. So we will leave that as mentioned. So no recap cards there. Actually, I'm going to switch those around. Here we are, 21-22. Can we get a big Young Gun from this series? Still chasing some of those Young Guns. I, of course, did not collect this set. Wasn't too fond of it. But there seems to be, oh, it's a marquee rookie. We've got a Colton Parayko right there. We've got a Brandon Tanev. Sideways, we've got a That one is of Gabe Velarde. We have a Balsers. Okay, not sure what's happening with that. I think that player was in Ottawa. But here we are, Casey Cizikas. Another sideways card. I'm not a big fan of these sideways cards unless it's a nice canvas. That is Leonard right there with the Sharks. We've got Philip Roenick, and we've got a rookies, marquee rookies of Oscar Steen. So there we are. Nothing too exciting, but we'll put that right there. And we did have a look at the 21-22. As mentioned, did not go fairly heavy with that collection. Of course, spent quite the amount of money with the Matthews Chase, the McDavid Chase, and some other rookies there in 2019-20. Makar, of course. And here we are. We got the 23-24, as mentioned. So we're going to get 3 hit cards here nonetheless. Will we get a Young Gun canvas or a Young Gun? That would be pretty solid. So let's take that card there, that stack of cards, and move them around. We got a Matthias Ekholm. All right, we have a sideways card right there, Taylor Hall, now with Carolina. We've got a Tristan Jarry right there. We have a Seth Jones All-Stars. Alex Killorn, we've got a Carson Soucy right there, and we've got a Nazem Kadri with the All-Stars, followed up with a Cale Makar, as mentioned there. And another one, Adam Fox. So, okay, here we are. We've got 3 cards coming up, some hit cards. And we start off with a Leo Carlson Upper Deck, or the trilogy there, UD3. And we've got a Young Gun. But what else do we have there? We've got a canvas of James Van Riemsdyk and a Young Guns of Emil Heinemann there. So no massive Young Gun there. But hey, we've got a Young Gun and Leo Carlson, which is pretty solid. That's a good hit there. All right, so that will kind of go easily in terms of our recap there. But I've got one more pack to go. I'm just going to check these again. Didn't miss anything of value there. Anything. All right, here we are. We've got one more pack remaining. Can we get those Young Guns as mentioned? So even getting a Young Gun from here would be a success, because we all know that this particular series, or these cards, were pretty hard to get. Does not look like a Young Gun, but it's a foil marquee rookie from O-Pee-Chee. So maybe we got a Matthews Young Gun. That would be pretty solid, or a rookie card. But nonetheless, we've got a Patrice Bergeron, followed up with a sideways card yet again, Desharnais right there. We've got a Wiedemann. We have, this one is Marc-Andre Fleury back with the Pens, of course. Pretty solid looking card there. Career now come to a close. We've got Michael Ferland, Indigenous player right there. We've got a Victor Rask. And followed up, before we get to that rookie card, we've got Bukestad. And here we are. We've got a, it's not a rookie card, it's an O-Pee-Chee, but it's a foil variety of David Backes. Bit of a rainbow there, pretty cool looking card, but not a massive one by any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, we are going to do a really quick recap here at some point. Just give me a second. Just gonna put these cards in the order that I think will be the hit cards. Here we are. If you are just joining on, we had some pretty cool packs from 2007 all the way to 23-24. Here we are. We have a Ice Battles of Denisenko. We've got a Canada's Heroes, or the rookies, Mitch Marner, followed up with Connor McDavid, Pride of Canada there. We've got a, this one is Oscar Steen, followed up with what you just saw there. It's sliding off. That one was of David Backes there. Canvas of JVR. We've got the Heinemann Young Guns, and Leo Carlson is my choice for the hit of the break. Of course, one of the top rookies to get with the Ducks. So that is my lineup and my choice of top cards. So that's going to do it for this episode of Mashup Monday You let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. So we're going to leave it there. Like, comment, and subscribe for all that good stuff. And as always, I'll be back with more content in the near future. Till then, bye for now.